Tepu, Assalamu Alaikum, Namaste, Haru Nefer. This is Kasank Ma Keperu with another video broadcast for you. In this broadcast, I'm going to be talking about why magic is so important in your life. But first, I want you to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. This is your first time watching, welcome. And share this video with family and friends so we can get this revolution started. So, why is magic important in your life? There's a lot of times I talk to friends and family members, and usually I don't tell them what I do, but every now and then it'll leak out and they'll say, oh, I'm not really into that magic stuff, you know. And some of them are real pessimists and are pragmatists, and they are only really concerned about the mundane world. So let me just let you in on a little secret. You know, whether you believe in magic or not, that's besides the point, because something's going on in our world that many people are awakening to, and they're not happy with what's transpiring. Now, you are a reality generating machine. Quantum physics has told us that, is that subatomic particles respond to the observer. So what is that telling us? That tells us that the world around us is a projection of our subconscious thoughts, desires, beliefs. So, you say, I don't believe in magic, I just rather do my thing. Well, whether you believe it or not, you are manifesting a reality. And that reality is not the one that you want. Because the ruling elite, we can call them the Cabal, the Illuminati, whatever naming convention you want, has put in place high radio frequencies, subliminal geometric shapes, all kinds of things that affect your subconscious mind and get you to manifest the reality that they desire. And in fact, they bombard you through mass media, through universities, the religious institutions, the idea that there is an outside world that you have no control over. And the reason they do that is because if you stop believing that there is an outside world and realize there's only one, there's just you, who has created a type of Star Trek holodeck experience, a holographic experience to interact with, if you come to that realization, then you will empower yourself. In fact, in ancient Egypt, Kemet, as its real name, was protected by the deities Nekabet and Wajet. And those were the psychic defense and the psychic offensive aspects of the human psyche, because they knew the power of symbolisms or subliminal imagery and how that affects the subconscious mind and gets you to manifest things. You see, there's a metaphysical component to everything that we do in life. I don't care if you're starting a business, if you're looking for a mate, if you're trying to do well in your career, you need to understand that magic plays a role. Now, the modern psychologists will say, you know, yes, that's true, but we call it the subconscious mind dictates your actions. And that's correct, yes. But it goes even further than that, because you're living in a hypnotic tunnel, a hypnotic reality that you've created. And it's not one that's conducive to your liking. You have been tricked into manufacturing everything that you see around you, whether good or bad. This is why it's important that you study and master magic. Simply put, everything around you is a product of your power. It is a matrix. And it's fooling you to believe that it's solid, it's part of an exterior world, and you can't change it. But you can. So when you're thinking about doing that business, think magically too. Yes, go for the investors, go for the loan, but then sit down and do your ritual. And you will find that in most cases, by meditating upon a positive outcome, we call this a visualization, you will see immediate positive results. you want to find a mate, or you're trying to heal your relationship with your current mate, do a ritual to the goddess Hathor, Heteru, and watch how things start to work for you. Things start to unfold in your favor. This is why it's so important that we consider the magical aspects to everything. Because without it, we're looking at the mundane world. We're seeing all the material objects in our world, and we're thinking that we are powerless. As the great I-Ching oracle, the Chinese I-Ching oracle, written partly by Confucius, you've given your magic tortoise away, meaning you've given your power away to the ruling elite. You see, they know that magic works because they practice it in their occult rituals. And they funnel that out through the big concerts, during the Super Bowl especially. But they trick you and tell you that these things don't work. So we walk around and you say, well, I don't believe in that stuff. I only believe in the material world of the five senses. Not realizing you've been duped. You've been sold snake oil. And the moment you start to deny the reality around you and realize it's all Maya, is the moment that the game changes for you. Is the moment that now you open up to new possibilities. You come out of the box and you start looking around and said, it's all about possibilities now. Anything is possible. All I have to do is manifest it. And how do you manifest it? You change your belief system and you couple that with a strong emotion. And then watch that seed take root and grow. Now, magic works on the subtle level, meaning you don't see instantaneous results, which is good, because if every time we had a thought it instantaneously appeared, we could be in trouble. But it takes time. You must cultivate the idea and the objective of what you want. But rest assured, it will come to fruition. This is your right. This is your God-man, God-woman power. Stop giving it away. Believe in magic. It can save your life. I know when I started out early, I didn't believe in magic. I didn't even like the study of ancient Kemet, Egypt. But then when the priestess did the reading, and she told me that you should be in the priesthood, you should study ancient Egypt. And I was like, what? Really? Really? So when I started studying it, I knew I had to, because to be honest with you, life was kicking my butt. You know what I mean? And when I started to get into magic, I started to realize something. That I could change what was going on in my life. That the people I was interacting with were really avatars. They were a product of my subconscious belief system. And because I harbored negative ideas and erroneous definitions, people out there were doing me wrong. I was getting involved in very negative situations. But when I made a firm decision that I would manifest a new reality, I would shift to a parallel world where these things would no longer haunt me, when I made that decision, then everything changed. And I felt powerful. And it was a good feeling too. So think about that. Think about going back to ancient cultures. Think about studying magic. And you will find that once you do, your life will be 1,000 times better. Now, you may have to get rid of some friends because, you know, once you start on this journey, you'll have a lot of people who will be naysayers, who don't want to go along on your journey. And that's typical. Anytime you're doing any type of self-development, a lot of people, like crabs in a barrel, want to pull you back down to their level. So just be cognizant of that, and you'll be all right. Trust me. Now, before I let you go, if you've enjoyed this message, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. The link is in the description box, and you can do so for as little as $1. And we have a sliding scale, so you can support us using $1 or $10. And we write ebooks, and we have all kinds of good things. Right now, we have the tarot classes that are going on. So if you want to learn tarot, which is a divination tool, we have a class going on there. So consider supporting us. Otherwise, there are free ebooks that you can download for your reading. I am Kasank Ma'at Keperu, son of Tahuti and Ma'at. And until my next broadcast, Amen Ra.